Record, please. This is the DuPage County Zoning Board of Appeals monthly recommendation meeting. And we have a number of minutes to approve. The minutes having been distributed to the members prior to this meeting. I'd like to invite a motion on the following transcripts, which will serve as minutes. The first is June 1, 2023 approval. The second is, and that would be a recommendation meeting. And then the second is the June 8th, 2023 COHA petition. The third is June 15, 2023, the Quick Trip case. And the June 29, 2023 Katie's Place meeting. So is there a motion?
I move to accept and approve as presented.
Okay, motion by Mr. Cutter, seconded by Mr. Anderson. Is there any discussion on the motion? All in favor then, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none opposed, so the motion is granted. I neglected to indicate that all members are present this evening other than Mr. Murphy, who has not joined us yet. So then the first substantive item on the agenda is the Katie's Place LLC petition 23028, and that's variation for reduced parking spaces for a Class A restaurant from 19 to 10 spaces. I need a motion on that case.
I'd like to make a motion
Right ahead.
to approve.
I'll second that.
We've talked about the variations before, but I did take a look at this strip mall and it really isn't conducive to a restaurant. So I'll motion it along with the conditions that the county board has put on.
Okay, motion to approve by Mr. Moran, seconded by Ms. Anderson. Any discussion on the motion?
Yeah, I will be in opposition to this. They are coming into a specific zoning with a permitted use, and they don't want to do the requirements for the permitted use. They want a variance. They've shown no hardship under the case law, and it just seems to me be an end around. The presentation left a lot to be desired. They didn't even show what the current tenants are. But if you grant this, you've ruled out other uses in that limited to these limited spots. And it seems to me also to almost be an end around on the gaming. The gaming requires an A1 restaurant. They're saying that they have this, but now with our variance, we will don't need the required parking spots, and we're not going to have a restaurant. It's just the entire thing just seems wrong to me and seems adverse. And the final thing is we have a zoning code. If we're not going to enforce the zoning code, then let's not have a code. And let's just say, come in each night, present what you want, and then we'll decide if you get what you want. So that's just, maybe I'm getting too old and set in my ways, but that's how I feel.
Well, I agree with you on many of those points, particularly the last one. There's so much to say about this case for me. The notion that we once approved this is entirely inaccurate. This case was withdrawn when it was here because of questionable presentation, I think. Then it went to the ZHO. I recommended denial. The county board ultimately passed it, but I don't think that's of any consequence whatsoever, because I don't think that one case establishes a precedent for another case when you're dealing in the world of real estate, since every piece of real estate is different. For instance, this parking lot has 43 spaces. The other one had 150 some places, as I remember, or maybe it was 148. The request for relief here is very dramatic, and it lasts forever. If we grant this, we will base it on anecdotal evidence from the real estate broker about what he thinks this space may require in the future. These leases aren't permanent leases. The uses aren't permanent uses. we don't know what the requirements of parking will be. And so it seems to me that it is a very tortured analysis to say, well, I want to have this gaming facility, but I need a liquor license. And then I need the restaurant designation. I'll have one employee who serves snacks, and then I'll bring in my gaming machines. That's upside down and backwards to me. So I can't approve either. But I understand that the county board may indeed take a different view. But I hope that they will consider the percentage relief requested from a few spots in 150 parking space shopping center versus this much smaller 40-some parking spaces with a relief request from 19 to 10, almost 50%. So that's my view. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm also going to deny in part because, as you pointed out, not all of, there's not permanent leases on the other parts there. The whole parking lot is too small, from what I can tell, for the whole facility by quite a few parking places. And if next door to this restaurant, they drop their lease and they expand into there, then that would be something that they would already have the ability to do any number of things. So I just don't think it's a good idea to proceed with that.
Okay. Anybody else? Sam, did you want to add anything? I guess we're ready to vote. The motion is a motion to approve. So an I vote is I vote to approve this petition. So if you would call the roll.
Member Moran?
Aye.
Member Anderson?
Aye.
Member Roman?
Aye.
Member Schultz?
Nope.
Member Cutter?
No,
Chairman Carlton?
No. The motion is denied. The vote is 2 in favor and 4 opposed. I suppose we could take a substitute motion.
Like to withdraw my motion then.
No, it's already been voted on. We could take a substitute motion or let it go to the county zoning board with no county development committee with no recommendation. It goes to the development committee with no recommendation. Is the analysis and evaluation of the zoning board articulated for the development committee or not?
It would be articulated, but a motion to deny would kick it to supermajority.
Would take what?
Recommendation to deny. kick them to supermajority.
Oh, yeah, that's
Let's
right.
leave it as is.
Well, no, a recommendation to deny would, I think we should have a substitute motion.
then I'd make a motion to deny for the facts stated when we discussed the first motion, or do we need to restate it?
No. Motion by Mr. Ketter,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Schultz. I presume there's no need for further discussion because we all stated our opinions, but anybody want to make a statement?
Well, I just, that under the case law, that you don't need that many, or in the shopping center, it doesn't, you may not use them by a real estate agent. Well, he just wants to close on the deal. I think there needs to be strict proof, and they failed on that.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's anecdotal evidence that essentially boils down to, we really don't need what the ordinance says we need. No, there's no traffic study. It's just, this is my best guess of how it's going to operate. Okay, call the roll on the motion to deny.
Member Cutter?
Yes.
Member Schultz?
Yes.
Member Roman?
Yes.
Member Anderson?
No.
Member Moran?
Aye.
Chairman Carlton?
Aye. The motion passes by a vote of 4 in favor and 2 opposed. Mr. Murphy not being present to cast his vote. And I guess if there's not, oh, wait, there's no old business. There's no new business. Is there any public comment on any case? Okay, no public comment, so we will adjourn. So everybody.